Hello everyone, it's GBGW here. So I'm just gonna go over what we have for upcoming event in terms of the weather event and what we're gonna be getting for our two Sokais over here. Where is it? Somewhere down here, yup. Two Sokais over here. We'll go over them in a bit over here. In terms of the weather event, we have the twin bladed dart furry over here. If I am pronouncing it wrong. So this is Gundam Pixies piloted by Fred Reber. This is actually probably like a side storyline just from the original RH-72 era, like the UC0079 era ish over here. So I don't know too much in detail of it, but that is going to be our welfare units for this week. In terms of some other gimmicks or some coin, it just looks like it's going to be a regular week. It seems like. But for the welfare, but besides the welfare event, our two new Sokai festival units over here is going to be the Gundam Exia Repair 4 and then the full armor ZZ Gundam over here. So, man, the developer or Bandai, they never cease to amaze me what they can actually do for these Sokai units over here. I would have never thought they would come out with Gundam Exia Repair 4 because there isn't like an actual like you can build model kit. The only version we have is gonna be I believe the metal build version of it. Because this is it's like a celebration or commemoration for the 10-year anniversary of like Gundam the Bull. It launched it. Well, the Repair 4 actually came out back in 2018, and then 10 years ago was like initial release of the Double O series. So they're just trying to commemorate that. They actually did like I'm pretty sure there was like some sort of video. It's probably like Festival 10. They call it the Momosu Gundam Festival 10 revision. So in terms of this guy, in terms of the Gundam Exit Repair 4, it is actually piloted by our one and only Graham Acre. I really thought he was gone after like the what is it, the awakening of the Trailblazer, because how he ramped his brave unit onto the planet of the elves. I'm like, okay, I guess he kind of made it, and he was scouted by the Cessna FCA, none other than himself. So this is going to be the fourth modification of the Gundam XC over here. So this one is going to be piloted solely by the Graham Acre. So this one has a lot of envisioning from the double Kwanzaa, or it's actually even there's so many different parts as you guys can see from the right hand shoulder. So keep that in mind. Graham Acre himself is a lefty. He likes to do his weapon from the left hand side. So that's why you see the Kwanzaa unit or the backpack joint unit from the right hand side instead of your normal left. So this one they actually, well, let's before me talk about the actual detail, let's actually see what this game gives us in game. So there should be in total 9 parts you can get from the the double banner or double the Exia banner, excuse me. So you get your full set of the Gunpla, so it's gonna be 5 parts, and then you have a GN Tachi, if that's how you pronounce it. So the GN Tachi is actually the biggest sword armament that is from the repair for over here, and actually is the main weapon. So the Tachi is actually named after a Japanese, like actual Japanese sword that is the largest. So this one will be the largest blade in terms of like what kind of weaponry this one will have. This one also shares some sort of like battle data or development data from the actual GN Sword 5 that is equipped to the double Quanta. So this is pretty good. So all these are just attached it onto like the back unit. So don't think because of the Exia having a Quanta backpack ish, you're gonna have like that Quanta burst. This is not I'm pretty sure Graham Acre is not like an actual innovator, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he was ever ascended to one. So besides that, we are gonna get a GM bayonet over here. This one is gonna be in sword mode, and then we're also gonna get a GM battle sword and battle blade. Okay, so it's gonna be, this is basically, it's gonna be like what your one of your long and short blade and all that. And then you're also gonna get a GM bayonet rifle mode over here. So besides that, that is all we're gonna be getting. So rolling for the double, oh, God, I keep saying double. The Exia over here is gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit challenging just because of all these parts we're gonna be getting over here. So in terms of the actual report for over here, it's not going to use like one of your big battery pack like your GN condenser in the backpack. It is actually going to use a pseudo drive that is that emits like those red particles. So it should have this, but it is already past like your this is so-called should be like on that 6th gen of whatever celestial beings is working on. So even though it's a solo drive, it should still perform pretty well. Probably within, in terms of like longevity wise, probably within like your Gen 3 to like your Gen 4 unit. So it should be pretty good overall. But in terms of what this one we expect, I'm gonna do a little sidetrack over here because I have built out what double quanta is in terms of word tag over here. This in terms of my speculation, I don't think we will be getting pro tag with a guy over here because he's not gonna be the main antagonist, right? Okay, where did I build double quanta? I thought I built him somewhere here, but let me actually build it right now, and then we just talk about that in a bit. Alright, so I kind of built out what we have as in-game double quanta over here, so this is what it looks like. So whatever the shield over here is actually gonna be on that right hand side. So yeah, you guys can see like the Exia Report 4 has no, you can say it's like a bare bone in the frame of the left hand, but it says that it is still comprised of a significant material that is still really durable and all that. So hopefully this one in game will not have like a really low armor just because of that. But in terms of the ward tag we have for this guy over here, keep that in mind for the leg. I'm choosing to use the full saber version of it. So in terms of the ward tag over here, you can see high mobility, pro tag, and you see close combat. So close combat is definitely going to be one you're going to be having because this is like a melee unit. Pro tag is probably not going to be something you're going to be seeing because I don't think Grandmaker is even it's not like the main protagonist and all that. But in terms of high mobility, maybe you have it. I'm gonna lean towards like a 50-50. I don't even know what other like a melee-ish tag you can kind of throw this into. Maybe Gundam type. I don't know if they want to go that route because that would kind of shape the overall units in terms of like what kind of other like subslot parts you can pair that onto. But I feel like Gundam type may be a fitting choice into. But this purely my speculation. Not 100% guaranteed. Just what I think it will happen. So the next unit we'll be talking about is going to be the Full Armor ZZ Gundam or Double Zeta over here. Alright, so let's actually take a look at the banner of the banner and see how it actually looks like. Wow. Man, that banner image looks so clean. Alright, so the Full Armor Double Zeta is actually, we already have two Double Zeta in game already. We have it enhanced the version of it, and then we have a build project Double Zeta already. So in terms of the full armor, obviously full armor, you're gonna slap on more armor to it. So the double Zeta has, it has been a problematic child already, because of how the overall structure of it is designed, and it's a transformable unit. So it's gonna make it 10 times, this is gonna be a little bit more problem in terms of like adding more armor to it. So in terms of the full armor mode over here, let's actually see what we're gonna get before talking about more details of it, right? Alright, in terms of the Full Armor Double Zeta, we have the 5 parts from the actual gunpla. You're also going to be getting a Hyper Beam Saber. You're going to be getting a Hyper Mega Cannon. That is a version we have already seen from the FAZC. That is completely different. So keep that in mind. Those are separate unit. We already have the FAZC, in shorthands written form. So we're going to get that type of weapon again. So that one's going to be probably going to be like a long rifle. And we're also going to be getting a double beam rifle over here. So interesting. So going to be 8 parts from this. So rolling for it is going to be a little bit challenging in a way. Alright. But I actually did build out what we have in game in terms of enhanced Double Zeta. Because the full armor Double Zeta is actually a slap on more armor onto the full armor Zeta, Double Zeta. If the actual pilot Jaden actually wants to, a little bit more speed and all that, he will actually purge all his armor and go back into his enhanced version of it. So even in the actual battle of like the actual series of like Double Zeta, when Jaden fought against the Quibbly that is piloted by Herman, yeah, he actually did not go into full armor mode. He actually purged his armor and went back to his enhanced version of it. So that gives you guys a pretty good idea of like in terms of like durability of it. Obviously, the full armor has a lot of more gimmick than just pure bulk and all that. So let me actually go build true to Double Z over here and equip myself with the enhanced chest over here. So in terms of the 3 word tag, you will probably see from this guy, or should be seeing. In terms of the enhanced version, you have Gundam type, Ace exclusive, and high firepower. But for the full armor, you're gonna be having that heavy armor for sure. Whether or not I don't know if they will keep Ace exclusive. but they will either pick in between keeping either Gundam type or high firepower. I feel like high firepower has to be the one they're gonna put on because of the extra armor booked onto this guy is actually in replacement of so many missile. I'll actually hop into a just a quick match onto SDGO just to give you guys how many missile this guy actually shoots out. So what I expect this guy is gonna have not ridiculous, but just like higher than average armor in terms of armor value. And I also do expect this guy to have somewhat decent not extreme, but somewhat in between. I want to say give or take like 6K for for its shot defense and even beam resistant, because this guy actually has some anti-beam coating, and that is able to withstand 3 seconds of a normal output beam shot. So I do expect some great things from this over here, in terms of shot defense and even beam resistant. So that is pretty much it from over here, and then all the other extra armament is gonna be so many different missile launcher slot that this guy is gonna be able to capable of equipping himself. And then one of the weapon I do want to show you guys is going to be from the Epic ZZ. If I can recall which series is actually okay, it's this one gonna be this little guy over here. So this is one of the weapon we are going to be expecting to get, and this one is actually a bazooka type. So my bad on that. I thought this one is going to be like a long rifle. So this one, like the FAZZ, is going to be able to equip itself onto one of the right hand slot in replacement. So it's instead of having a missile container, this one is going to be a joint connection that is paired onto this massive cannon over here. So this is pretty much it for what we have. For further detail, we have to wait until Tuesday. So what in terms of like me wanting to have like really high shot defense, high armor, this is purely based on my speculation. I don't know until we actually have done a game. So take that as a grand assault. So don't think this is gonna be like what they're gonna actually do. So I will actually hop into just a few gameplays of SGGO, showing you guys how many like missile this guy actually shoots out. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we are in SGGO right now. So here's a quick look at the full armament that was Zeta over here. Look at all those book this guy have. So this is from this game, there isn't like a representation of like the mega beam cannon, so we cannot really show that. But in terms of the twin beam rifle, you do have that just attached on the right hand side, the forearm over there. So I want to show you guys like what kind of missile you guys can be expecting in terms of like what kind of EX skill, like not speculating EXU, but this is what kind of missile this guy can purge out. So let's look at all those missiles. Like, look at that. My gosh, yeah, that's crazy. Like this guy packs a bunch for the backpack, as you guys can pretty much see. And there's, I believe they are like a ton in terms of like in front of the chest, like the chest cavity, like the armor cavity. And then there are some grenades like from the side of the arm. Like you see those little containers on the sport armor there. Yeah, those are all missile containers over there. Crazy, right? So I don't know if anything opens up, but you guys can see the backpack, all those kind of opens up right there. We're also gonna be getting like a mega beam cannon from the head over here. So bam. And then you're also gonna be having that double beam rifle shooting over here, some action over here. So hopefully they don't make the same mistake for the ZC build, the Double Zeta build project. With they put like a custom E skill for the head. I feel like in terms of the head, they need to make it they need to make like an excellent trait, so that can reflect how good this unit can be. But if they do choose to put another mega beam cannon in terms of like a regular EX skill or a custom EX skill, that is just has to be it, because this guy has a head beam cannon, right? So with that being said, this is pretty much it for this review over here of what we have for next week's content. So I will see you guys next an upcoming Tuesday for the breakdown of what we actually have in game when it actually drops, and then I'll also gonna be doing some summoning for these two folks as well. So with that being said, I will catch you guys all on the next one.